Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to this weekly bakes. Today we are going to make choux pastry. So choux pastry is the pastry that you use for eclairs, for profiteroles, for nice little choux buns. So we're going to start making it. So I've got everything weighed out already. So you're going to see this is really, really quick to literally throw together, make, chill, and then get cracking on with the bake. So I've got a pan. With large side, like deep sides. You don't want a shallow pan, you need a deep pan. That's going to go on the heat, okay? And in there, I'm going to put the milk and the water. So the milk and the water goes into the pan, along with the salt and sugar, and the 100 grams of butter. So everything literally goes inside that pan. What we're going to do is we're going to bring this up to the boil, turn my heat on full. So as you know, when milk boils, it rises up. So this is why you want a deep-sided pan, so it doesn't overflow, because you need that bubble. You need the liquid to boil. Let me get I've also got my eggs already weighed out, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give them a little whisk. So my eggs are weighed out here, 250 grams. I'm just going to whisk the eggs up just to break them down, so when we eventually use the eggs, it's going in. It's not going in a bit of egg white, a bit of egg yolk. It's all going to go in evenly into the mix. Okay, so I've literally just broken my eggs down there. They're a little bit looser, as you can see. I'm going to pour that back into the glass. There we go. Okay. So how are we looking with this? So as you can see now, everything's starting to melt together. We're not quite at boiling. I'm using the trusted Maurice for this first part, and a spatula. You need like a spatula. I'm using this. This is actually something great for making pancakes, spreading it extremely thin. So it's quite hard. So I'm going to be able to beat the mixture. So you can see the smoke coming off that now. It's getting very, very hot. Very, very hot indeed. What we're going to do when that boils, we're going to add the flour in. What I like to do is I like to sift the flour in. So making cakes and everything, you sift the flour, always sift your flour. I like to actually do it into the mix. Okay. As you can see, that is boiling, and it's starting to come up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the heat. I'm going to take it off the heat. Sieve goes over. The flour goes in all together. All at one go. And then I'm going to get my spatula and I'm going to mix. Okay? So just be careful not to splash this on you, because it is quite warm, okay? So I'm mixing, and as you can see, as I'm mixing, it's getting drier and drier. Okay? Eventually, it's going to come away from the sides. Can you see? Coming away from the sides. So what I'm looking for now is just like a little bit of elastic. So when I press the mix, I want it to bounce back. Okay, so you can see it's springing back into the shape. You see? It's springing back. I press down and it comes up. Yeah? Okay. soon as I've got it to that stage, I'm going to pour it into another bowl. Okay, so the pan is clean. Pan's clean, and everything's mixed in. So you see how quick this is to make choux, because we are nearly there. So I'm literally mixing in this little bowl now. I'm going to switch to the Maurice, and I'm just mixing just to let a little bit of that steam out. Okay, so I'm just going to mix it, let a little bit of that steam out, and then I'm going to start to add the eggs. I'm going to add the eggs slowly. Again, this can be done on a machine. You're going to use the paddle. So right now it'll be on the paddle, mixing, letting the steam out. You'll see it a lot more visibly when you do it on a paddle because it's a lot quicker. Okay, there we go. So this is the base of our choux before we start to add the eggs. So imagine the eggs that you've cracked. That's how we want to add into the mix. So 1 egg at a time, directly in the middle. Okay, start from the middle, going out, middle, going out. You don't want to use a whisk for this. You don't want to beat air into it. So you have to take your time, and you have to use a spatula or a Maurice. Okay, mixed in. Let's go with the next bit. This is going to make a lot, by the way, as well. Think about the eggs that are in there, how it's going to expand. You've had an eclair, it's hollow in the middle. You've had profiteroles, hollow in the middle. Fill it with cream and stuff. But this is what we're going to do on the next video. Okay. So again, I'm mixing from the middle and working my way out. To get it all mixed in. You don't want any lumps. This is why you're adding it in smaller portions. If you literally just put all of the egg in and didn't put it in small portions, you're going to get lumps, and you don't want lumps. Turn this heat off. Like that. Nice. So again, egg in the middle. Slowly start from the middle, working your way out. A little bit of a folding motion going on. And then you can get a little bit more aggressive with the mix. You don't want to do that at the beginning because it'll splash everywhere. And we don't like extra washing up or cleaning. So there we go. Give it a nice beat. Look at that. I'm gonna go. Again, middle, out. These keep great as well. You can make them, pipe them, and just dry them. Make sure you seal it in an airtight container, and they're going to last. They're going to last a long time. And when you put the hole in it and fill it with cream, it just brings back that delicious flavour of the choux bun. So we're nearly there. Look at that. Nearly there. See that V shape? Nearly there. I'm just going to mix that a little bit more. So this is what you need to recognise what you're looking for, because you don't want to put too much egg in, you don't want to put too little egg in. This is okay. I've got 1 egg left over. Okay, so it's sometimes will take more eggs, sometimes it'll take less. This is completely fine. So what we're going to do with this mixture now is we're going to clean at the side of the bowl. We're going to get some cling film. What we're going to do with the cling film is we're going to put the cling film on the choux pastry mix, and we are going to make it touch. It needs to be contact. It needs to be contact, okay? That's going to prevent oxidization and the skin forming. It's going to be very difficult to pipe if you have a skin on that. So I'm just doing that. Same bowl, same everything. Cling film to touch. Okay, so that is a basic recipe for choux pastry. The technique on how to do it, I'm going to reserve this in the fridge now until it's ready to pipe. That will be the next video where we make profiteroles and eclairs. Thank you very much. Bye.